Morning, everybody. So today, it's autumn. Today I'm wearing green, and the reason I'm wearing green is because I'm going to be talking about thinking. Now, this could just as easily be about communicating, but for me, it's mostly the thinking. So remember the 3 green behaviors: thinking, communicating, and improving. Those are the things that, if you do them in the right proportion, will take you, your business, your people, and you upwards, make you better. Versus the amber things: monitoring and directing. Those are the things that will maintain the status quo, manage risk, keep things as they are. But there's the red, doing, and the brown, floating. And those are the things that, if you have them in your diary too much, will take your business, your people, and you way backwards. So yesterday I did a presentation for the first time in only 5 minutes. Now, I've presented before, but I've never had to do it in 5 minutes, and I've never had to do it with 20 slides where the slides change every 15 seconds, regardless of whether you're with them or not. Now, normally it takes me 5 minutes just to introduce myself. So the idea of getting the essence of Diary Detox into a 5-minute talk was one thing. And when I turned up, I'd only ever practiced with notes, really, really small, minor notes on Post-its. But when I got there, I realised, A, I'd have to hold a mic, which means it would make it very difficult to hold the notes. And then B, I realised late that it was a global rule for this event never to hold notes. So I had to do this for the first time for 5 minutes, get everything in 5 minutes without notes. Bit nerve-wracking, second most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done, but it went really well and everybody was really supportive. So for me, that was communicating, sharing new ideas with people inside or outside your organisation. That is the definition of communicating. But what I didn't expect to get out of it was the amount of thinking I got. Now, this is an event called Disrupt HR. A lady called Katrina Collier runs it. She runs it in 5 cities, including Bristol. There's Bristol, Cambridge, York, London, and one other, which I can't remember. You can find it on the web, Disrupt HR. And it's various different people, but it's aimed kind of at HR professionals. And the idea is that there are 12, well, in this particular one, there were 12 speakers, all with 5 minutes, all slides changing after 15 seconds, sharing their ideas on how to disrupt the HR industry. And so, of course, I brought along Diary Detox around time and leadership. There were people talking about change management, people talking about culture, people talking about well-being, and about flexible working. And this was the interesting thing, because whilst I got communicating out of it, and that's what I thought it was going to be, when I reflected afterwards, I realised how much thinking I got out of it. Because, of course, I'm now starting to move Diary Detox into another area as well, which is around flexible working agenda. I believe it can really help managers who are struggling to take on the idea of dealing with flexible working, or their people working flexibly. I believe Diary Detox can help with that, and that's why I introduced Blue Time. But all these different talks about flexible working got me thinking how I could position what I'm doing. And I'm going to an event next Friday where I'm exhibiting called Flexbo at Sandown Park Racecourse, and it's a flexible working event. 70% of the people that are going to be there are going because they're interested in flexible working. 30% are going to be companies who don't know how to flexibly work and want to get better ideas. And so this event, this Just Disrupt HR, got me to get a bit of an insight into what people are saying about flexible working beyond what I already thought I knew. Really powerful. And that's the point. Green behavior works because thinking about a problem, you can't do that. You can't communicate and improve something unless you've actually thought about it. And that event got me to think about flexible working in a slightly different way. So really wanted to share that with you. Spend your time thinking. It is the single largest amount, a proportion of green time that you should be spending thinking. Really is. And it works because that's what makes you better. That's it for today, and that's it for this week. Thanks ever so much for watching. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.